Okay guys, this is the PypilotRemote remote I made. I will give power now. When it boots, it has this logo and it immediately tries to connect to the Wi-Fi you configured. It tries how long you set it in the configuration. We will talk about the configuration later. You see now it is flashing red because my PyPilot server, I have a tiny pilot, and it does not, it's not open. So it tries to find the hotspot to connect to, but it can't because it's not on right now. After some tries, it will flash, the Wi-Fi icon will become yellow, and it will make an access point so you can connect and go to the website and configure the device. We will wait until this does that in order to show you. I will talk about the interface. On the top side there is a compass strip that always shows the heading of the autopilot. Obviously this red Wi-Fi icon is the Wi-Fi status indicator. It has 3 possible states. It's red when it's trying to connect to the Wi-Fi access point you tell it to. It's yellow when it creates its own access point, and it becomes flashing green if it has connected to the Wi-Fi you are pointed to and tries to find the TCP server to communicate with the PyPilot. If it succeeds also that, it then becomes solid green, and you are ready to go. Underneath that is the mode you have selected, you are currently in actually, navigation, wind, GPS or whatever. Whatever it's available, you cycle through the modes and you choose what you want. Beneath that is the rudder position, where the rudder is, rudder position from PyPilot. You see now it's yellow, so it actually makes now an access point you can connect to. I will put the video with the configuration page in the end of this video. And also now it's not visible, but here on around this position, when the autopilot is in auto mode, it will have an indicator that you know, so you can know that you are in auto mode. So we have 9 buttons. Obviously this is a raymarine instrument, so the letters, what it says on the buttons is not always correct. Standby, okay, is standby. You go out of auto mode. Auto mode, you enter auto mode, so the autopilot steers. Plus, minus 10 and 1 as intended. You can change the course. The menu is the info button. The dodge is the backlight of the display. In the configuration web page, you can have some configurations about that. We will talk later about that. And track is the mode button. If modes are available, when you press the track, it will switch through the available modes. Now it's not connected, so it has no mode. The info screen, when you press the info, first is this screen that tells information about what Wi-Fi it's connected to, flags, PyPilot version, which profile you have you use currently, and also what sources you have. Now it says nothing because it's not connected. In the second page, if you press one more time, the second page is about currents and temperatures, and also a way to see if you have locked your calibrations. And the third is the log, display log. It says here some things. For example, if you can read, I don't know, it says that it tries to connect, try to connect, and it couldn't, so it opened hotspot. If you press these two buttons, scroll up and down. And if you press one more time, you go to the info button one more time, you go to the home screen. Now I will boot the tiny pilot so it has something to connect to. It takes a second. Also the backlight button, if you want to force the access point mode for a reason, you can hold and press the backlight button. This is the backlight button. You can press it, hold it for 10 seconds, and then it boots up access point. If you press continuously the mode and backlight and you hold it for 5 seconds, the device restarts. For example, we will restart it now to boot and connect, because if it goes to access point, then either you can go to the configuration page and restart it in order to connect again, or you hold and you press and hold these two buttons, the backlight and the mode. Also the device has two themes, one light and one dark. This is the dark one. This screen is a transflective LCD screen, so it doesn't consume much power, and it is more visible in sunlight. All marine instruments have transflective LCDs. So if I press the backlight, for example, you see the buttons light, and I have configured now to have the bright theme in the when the backlight is on. In the configuration you can change anything. You can either have light theme only, or light theme in the day and dark in the night, whatever you want. We will see that in the configuration page. So this is the light, and you see that the buttons also lit, and also a different brightness of the display. You can set it up in the configuration page. Again, we will speak about it later. Okay, I will close it now, and I will restart it in order to connect. You see now it's solid green because the server is on. If you go to info, you can see all the information right now. You see the Pypilot address, the Pypilot SSID, what address this device have in the network, etc. Here all other settings, and of course here not much log, because when it started it connected directly. Directly. Okay, here, for example, here, if I move the rudder sensor, you see the rudder, and if you go to auto mode, you will see this indication. Now the light on the motor controller is on, so it steers. When you go out again, stand by, it closes. One other feature is I move now. I'll move the IMU now on the tiny pilot around. You see. Now the number and the compass strip are synchronized, because you are not in auto mode. You are not in auto mode. If you are in auto mode, you see now it's we are heading straight and it's 44 degrees. If you go in auto mode, it keeps the 44 degrees or whatever degrees was before you pressed the auto. So you can change. For example, I want to go 54. If you are at 54 and you stand by, when you press auto again it steers to the current heading before you pressed auto. If you, for example, was steering in these degrees and you want to dodge something, you press standby, you steer the wheel to dodge, and then if you want to go back, not the current heading for the command, but the previously used, you press and hold the auto button for 3 seconds, and it goes back to 54 and not the one that was before you pressed, the one that you was using the last time. And if you are in auto mode and you steer, only the compass strip moves, because now the number corresponds to the autopilot heading command, not heading only. Okay, now I also opened some input stream to the tiny pilot, so we can see also the other modes. If we go in the info first page, you see that the GPS comes from signal K, the wind source also from signal K, and whatever other data comes. So here, if we press the mode button, you can see you change through modes. If you are in the info screens, the change course and mode button and change course, the plus and minus 110, they are not working, only standby and auto. I made it as a safeguard. Of course you can change whatever you want from the interface or whatever. Everything is on my GitHub repo. It's open sourced. Please free to do what you want, but keep it open source. If you steer in the wind, for example, if it's ported, the number is red. If it's starboard, becomes green. Now I will put it in the access point mode so we can see the configuration page. Press and hold the backlight button. So it's in station mode. Now we can connect to its access point. So if you are connected to its access point, you go in the address 192.168.4.1 and you get the config page. Okay. Now here you have the SSID the remote should connect to, the password of the SSID. This max tries depends on how long it takes the tiny pilot to boot. You can bring it up or down. The PyPilot, the IP of the PyPilot in the network. This port is the default port, and I don't think you should change it, but if you need, this is the IP. This UDP port is not used, so it's irrelevant. In the device configuration, you have 3 brightnesses. This is the brightness of the backlight of the LCD when the device boots and the backlight is off. For example, if your screen is not so strong, you need to put it full in daylight to assist viewing, and you want to lower it in the night because it's too bright. These 2 brightnesses are when the backlight is on, how bright the keys should be and how bright the LCD should be when the backlight is on, so when it's night. And the first one is when the it's a day, and if you don't need backlight in the day because your screen is very good translective, you put it 0 and it doesn't consume power. Start theme and backlight theme are the themes that it's light and dark, 2 themes it has, light and dark. The dark, you saw both themes, so the start theme is when the device boots, and the backlight theme is when the device when the backlight is on. Save and reboot, you save these settings and you reboot the device. Rescan Wi-Fi rescans and refreshes this list. So you can connect to. You can copy this SSID, put it up here and connect. And of course the over-the-air update, OTA update. You choose the file, the bin file, and you upload the firmware.